Knights of the Zodiac, directed by Tomasz Baginski. Is it good? Is it worth watching? Let's find out. So produced by Toei Animation in the Saint Seiya Saga, this series from 1986, this anime is from 1986 originally, and going into this, it is supposedly a really big thing with fans. They were so excited to see this come to the big screen and in live action. Well, as we all know, live action anime, from animated stuff, is kind of hard to do. Years past, it has not been done very well. Case in point, The Last Airbender, Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't need to say more, those two alone. Yeah, I hate to say it, but we kind of have something quite similar here with this movie. It is not great by any means. In fact, it was so boring I was actually falling asleep. Even the action was boring, and that's really hard to do, but just the way how this was directed, the acting, and the way how people did their line deliveries, it just made no sense. A lot of things made no sense. I didn't feel anything. It looks like they were just kind of reading what they were saying, and even when they were reading what they were saying, it's like they didn't even like what they were saying. Main guy, Makenyu, is his real name, and he was playing Seiya. Basic plot, Athena, the goddess of war, is reincarnated into a young girl, and of course, mortal girl has the essence of a Greek goddess, so of course, mortal form, susceptible to certain things at certain points. Anyway, the Knights of the Zodiac are the only ones who can bring a stop to an evil prophecy that befalls Athena, the goddess of war, and this poor child who is infested with her power. There's this thing called Cosmo that all these characters develop or have in them that makes them worthy enough to be a Knight of the Zodiac. Well, I'm here to tell you that it didn't really matter. Cosmo, Cosme, it doesn't matter what the hell the power's name is, because this movie was not good. Okay, I was really excited because I'm like, oh, okay, an anime movie in live action. Never even heard of anything about this anime, which that's crazy. I can't believe I've never heard anything about this. They even have I think it's a series or a movie or something on Netflix as well, and Crunchyroll, available on both. But I didn't really know anything about this going in. Just did a little research beforehand, and yeah, this stunk, man. This really, truly, deeply, without a doubt, stunk.
Does it feel to be a goddess?
Sometimes I feel like I'm a guest in my own body.
That is no exaggeration. I did not have a good time with this movie. Even the plot, the way how they executed the plot was just pretty terrible. I just don't understand some of these things that they were saying. Mild spoiler, I guess. There's a line in the movie and he says, "You could have told me that we landed vertically." Why did you need to say that? What was the point in saying that, first of all? Second of all, the way he said it is exactly like how I said it. So it's like, what are we doing here? Sean Bean and Famke Janssen are in this movie, and those are two people that I really love, and I love their acting styles. Hell, she was Jean Grey, and this guy is literally Ned Stark. And I mean, there's so many other things that they've done, obviously. So seeing them be in this movie, I thought, oh wow, yeah, this is gonna be great. And even then, their performances at times were beyond lackluster.
You might want to buckle up.
I must save the rest of us from her.
I understand that certain characters have certain roles in the anime, so seeing them depicted this way was just very disappointing, and honestly, again, very, very boring. Madison Iseman plays Sienna, who is the girl who is in this movie and in the anime. She is the one who gets possessed with the essence of Athena, the goddess of war, sees all the prophecies and all the visions, and has the Cosmo, or the power, of this goddess. Her performance too, man, I'm just sitting here like, what the hell? Can you at least try? Are you trying? Is anybody trying? It doesn't really seem like it.
I was doing it.
We won't let that happen, will we?
And doing some research, Makenyu, I guess, is supposed to be Roronoa Zoro from One Piece, who is one of my favorite characters from One Piece. And if his performance is anything even remotely close to what we got in the Knights of the Zodiac, I'm boycotting the movie, or the series, or whatever the hell they're doing with One Piece, because this live action adaptation was not good. Even the CGI at times, terrible. Compared to some other movies that we have. I'm not saying overall. I mean, the artistic value I can appreciate. The attempt at the live action remake, you know, I can appreciate. But in reference to all other movies that we have nowadays, and I don't just mean sci-fi, fantasy, action, and adventure movies, I don't just mean those. I mean drama movies, romantic movies, all these other movies that might potentially have CGI and great storytelling, great cinematography, and phenomenal action and chemistry. In comparison to all of those other movies and all these other genres, this movie was just not good. I'm sorry. Again, the way how things went down in regards to the action and the flow of the plot and the flow of the story, it just really took me out, man. I did from the jump, I was not feeling it. The way how certain things were being described and certain characters were talking and engaging with each other and talking about certain things, there was no sense of stakes in the movie. And even if something was about to happen, I'm just sitting there like, one of the guys next to me was just like, is this for real? It's just underneath his breath, it was just something happened in the movie, and he's like, is this for real? And I had to chuckle because I was just thinking the same thing. It was just not good, man. Again, I can appreciate the attempt, but you know, if we look back at things like Dragon Ball Evolution, complete caca. So, hey, look, I went into this with a big open mind. I already saw very negative reviews and heard negative things about it before I went in there, and I still went in with a very positive outlook. But yeah, man, within the first 5 minutes, it was just not good. So I'm sorry. This is one of those that I don't recommend you see in theaters. I recommend that you wait until it comes on streaming, and then even if it comes on streaming, if there's absolutely nothing else to watch, sure, throw this on. I'm gonna definitely check out the anime because I've never seen it. Again, I didn't hear anything about it until I heard about this movie and went to go see this movie. But I'm 90% sure the anime is far better than this. I mean, some of the clips I saw looked amazing. So that's why I got excited for this movie. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm sorry, guys. That's it. That's all I got for you. I don't really have any positives about this movie whatsoever. You know what? I take that back. I got one. I like the concept. That's it. Everything else, caca beans on ice. Just don't even waste your time. Thanks for stopping by the channel, guys. It's greatly appreciated. And if you aren't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can get a notification anytime there's a new video. Thanks again for watching. Until the next one.